This is Erica, and oh my gosh, what an amazing week it was. I had a truly stunning week. Whew, you. I just want to invite you into the vibe of that. So basically, this week, my entire house got cleaned, top to bottom, every single room. My closet got completely cleaned out and organized. It was so good, so good, so good. So the vibe that I got that I wanted to share with you was that sense of being too much, of being considered too much, too full, too big, too thick, too interesting, too smart, too whatever it is that you got labeled at some point where they just couldn't handle you. Your energy was too big or too different, or you didn't fit into that box of normal, and you couldn't be happy with normal, and you couldn't just sort of like exist and be happy doing nothing. And if that sounds like you, I just want to let you know that you're definitely not alone. There are those, and I call them creatresses, although they're also creators. You can be either and be gender of whichever. So I want to invite you into the space of taking your too muchness and amplifying it even more. Yeah, I want to invite you to amplify your too muchness beyond where you already are. And maybe that's your bank account. Maybe it would like to be too much more. Maybe your stocks, you'd like to choose even bigger. Maybe you'd like to have more food in your fridge or have more fruit in your backyard. I have fruit trees in my backyard. And it's really cool. They're growing now, even during the California no rain. So I'm so happy my trees are finding solace in the earth underneath where they're still somehow getting nourishment. So yeah, yay. Um, so where are the places that you've been considered too much? And could we reach into that time and just kind of, if you want, just for the fun of it, kind of see if you can do this with me. And it's up to you, you don't have to, but pull earth energy up into your body. And then let's just pull blue energy up to the bottoms of your feet. And then pull celestial heaven energy down from heaven to kind of guide you and protect you. Just pull that energy all around you. Very good. And then just look at your timeline like it's not inside of you, like it's in front of you, and just look at what age did you sort of get, mm, capped is not the right word. That's considered like killed. So that's not the right word. I don't know what capped came to mind though. It's like capped, like your energy got capped. Like you got like shunned or stuck down or told you weren't right, or yeah, something happened. And just kind of look at what age that was. And all morning I've been working on my teenage years, clearing any crap that I imagined to have experienced during those years. But what I got shown when I said that was age 2, which was an interesting time for me. I lived in Sausalito, California, and that was my birthplace. And we looked out over the ocean of San Francisco, which I've always loved that view my whole life. And that came from that age 2-ness. And I had no fear. And I believe that there was some kind of like something happened in that time. And I don't know what it was. But I just kind of tapped into something being considered too much, even then, even at age 2. Like, how could a 2-year-old be considered too much? Well, I guess most 2-year-olds are too much. So let's just like send love to that part of you, whatever age emerged. Maybe it was age 8. A lot happens between 12 and 16 when the body, especially for girls and boys, it can happen later, 16 to 22 something, but for girls, a lot of times, like 11 to 16, as their bodies become women bodies, a lot of the adult parents get messed up around their children having fully developed female parts. I I sound so weird when I say that. Like, like all of a sudden my 13-year-old becomes an 18-year-old who's very sexual, and how do I manage that as a parent, and it's not very comfortable, like seeing your children become sexually aware and alive. So I just want to like bring light to that time when you yourself were changing into an adult and your body was becoming itself and who it would become later on, and just send some love to those times when you were changing and you were becoming too much. And for me, there were teachers that had the red pen that slammed me down. There were teachers that slammed me down. Let's see what else. Um, hmm. Yeah. So just send love to that time. And then let's see if we can pull up anything else that would like to get cleared. There's little crazy things that get buried in our memories, and those crazies can cause our current behavior to be coming from fear instead of awareness, or fear instead of joy, or fear of failure, right? So I'm curious now if you would like to have something different happen, instead of like the crazies are usually reactions that cause patterns to repeat themselves that aren't good. Or I don't want to say aren't good. That's probably the wrong way to say it. Patterns that repeat themselves incessantly, that keep you in a loop or a circle or something that doesn't allow you to keep having new experiences, keep growing, keep having more money, keep having a good body, keep having everything that you've been desiring, keep having your life as you desire it to be created. Anything that keeps you from that beautiful sense of like growth and expansion, which is our norm, is something that is, the root is almost always a crazy that needs to be cleared. Now, here's some good news, that you don't actually have to go in and self-therapy. You can actually just say, hey, body experiences, clear everything. You can just instruct and create your own self to be clear of things without even going into the crazies of what they actually were. You don't have to go into the stories. But sometimes I like to go into the stories because I like to change how I frame it. So I like to go in and take responsibility for how I evolved. Whether that means I pulled in a crazy and then stuck it inside of me and then kept it there forever, or maybe it means something else. Maybe it means um, I chose a crazy so that I could. One thing I chose, this is really cool, that showed up for me in my meditation this morning myself, was that I was really good at almost everything. So I was good at everything. I was good at math. I was good at science. I was good at English. I was good at PE. I could play basketball. I could run track. I could basically do anything I wanted to do. I was really good at. And so the one thing that I chose to really suck at was money. And I believe, looking back, that it was like the one thing that then my family could say, well, she's really bad with money. Like, just don't give Erica money. She's really bad with money. She can't keep money. And I believe that I chose that to kind of let them feel superior to me, because the in any other frame, I was so potent. Like, my parents thought I could write better than them. I thought my parents wrote really beautifully, but they thought I wrote better than them. And then my brother thought I was better at school than him. Well, I actually was. And then everybody thought I was like better at everything. And even basketball, I could like learn how to shoot quicker. And my dad was kind of mad because he wanted my brother to. So there's all this like drama back in those days. And what I did was I said, well, if I choose to be bad at money, they seem to really like it. And then I could say, oh, could you send me money? And then they'd be really happy because, oh, yeah, I'd love to send you some money. And that became this like place of like happiness in my family, was me being a loser in that area. Yeah. And to get rid of that, to get rid of that, what was required of me was simply to, uh, sounds really benign when I say choose different, because that's not really, it wasn't quite that. It was actually clearing a lot of that crazy. It was like clearing a lot of those voices in my head that said I was bad at this or bad at that. And what if instead I could say I have a capacity with that, or I have a great eye for that, or I'm really good at that. And I'm still working on shifting around some of those things. In fact, having this meditation kind of brought that up, but let's go back. I'm just going to do like 3 or 4 minutes of meditation since I went so deep into story today. So maybe it helps one of you. I sure hope it helps one or two of you clear up some crazies in your own past. And let's just go in and look at our whole self and clear our base chakra. That's in color red, and it's our safety and security. And go ahead and clear the orange, which is the second chakra, and clear all that out. And go ahead and then let's look at the yellow in the middle chakra and just clear that out and just see some love and light going there. That's our sense of self. And go ahead and look at our heart chakra, which is green, and flow some energy through our heart. And then let's look at our throat chakra, which is our seeing eye. I'm sorry, our throat chakra is our self-expression. And then go up into the sixth chakra, which operates at purple or violet. My favorite color lately, plum. And let's see that all clearing. And then above our heads where it's kind of white, and it's 8 to 15 chakras, and clear that and connect up to source. And then bring golden light all around your body and just bring all that golden light in and just feel safe. And treat yourself kind today. See if you can't be extra kind to yourself today. Thank you. This was Erica at energyclearingforlife.com. You can find more meditations there. And I look forward to working with you.